నమస్తే
నమస్కార
వణకం
खुशामदीद
सलाम अलैकुम
सत श्री अकाल
మీకు అందరికి వందనము
जय स्वामी नारायण
जय श्री कृष्ण
जय जिनेंद्र
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोलते हैं या अली मदद
मौला जी मतलब बोलते सारे फीजी बंदों को नीसा बुला बरजन हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे मैं से फालतू बाबा
and of myself फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make oh my god bitingly mastani.
Okay, but this is called the update right now. We're doing a very different kind of a show today. We're actually giving you an update of what's happening with the elections right now. Sab log, everybody are pretty much glued to this television. Suppose you probably are driving right now and you're wondering, oh my god, how will I get the update? Do not fear, we are here.
That is absolutely right, Panajan.
Yeah.
We are here on Radio D Hotties, and here's the best part. If you need to step out of the house and you need to go grab something at the groceries, like take your phone with you, risk losing, your way or getting into an accident because you're trying to watch for the coverage or whatever, or that kind of thing. And, at the same time, if you're like totally bakawed, like, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to listen to this anymore. I see people like so many of our bandhus, and I'm thankful that there are people who are looking, to so actively engaged in civic duty. And they are on our bandhu list, which is awesome. So what you can do is we'll give you some beach mein music also kind of help you hum your stress away along. So that we intend to do today on the Pam Pam show, but it's a very hatke kind of show. Are going to act as consolidators basically.
Pretty much, yes.
Of what different news outlets are covering. We will also bring you up-to-date coverage as what's going on with regard to congressional, senate, and also the presidential race. Because bear in mind, it's not just about the congressional, it's not just about the presidential race, right?
No, it's now all the three, Senate and House are also going to be up against many people actually. And right, the results are coming in. It's as of 4 o'clock, the updates have been starting off in different places. And we have been trying to follow them to see if we can get the latest things for you guys. And yes, let me tell you, whatever sources we have today, it is from Associated Press and Reuters. We actually have the links for you guys posted on our Facebook feed, also on our news blog for sure. Make sure that we give adequate information, copy information what we're getting from these sources, Banujan. And we also are not going to be taking any opinion. We're just going to be giving you facts. And don't just get worked up. I would say whoever comes to the offer, whoever wins. The whole thing is going to go on till late night, I suppose. Many states are still, and some of they're polling also, by the way. And California is still open till 8 p.m. Don't forget that.
That's
if you haven't voted, go right away and vote. You might have to register on the spot, I suppose. If you're not registered at all, polling booth, and definitely vote there for sure, because aapka har ek vote count hota hai. 8 p.m. ke baad is when all the final thing will go on for them to say, okay, you know what, they sealed up everything, and they got to get into the counting part of it. In fact, that's not stopping people from counting actually. Many counties and many of the states actually have already started counting their votes.
Yeah, I mean,
and some results are coming out.
It can only be called, I mean, unfortunately, or fortunately, we are still on air while California hasn't closed its polling yet. You can go 8 p.m. Just wanted to give a quick out to all our voters here. Don't think that, California is a safely democratic state, so we don't have about going out to vote.
No, go vote for sure, please.
I converted at least 3 people to go register and get, I actually drove
well,
one of them.
Well, no, let me put it this way. It's not coercible. She actually was recruiting people who never voted before. And both the parties are registering new voters this time.
Exactly.
A record turnout of voters coming to the polling stations right now, and that's wonderful actually.
Exactly. So the most important thing, you can still register to vote in. So please go. Don't let people tell you. In fact, these robocalls that are going, robocalls, two of the people that I spoke to got the robocall that today you can still go in tomorrow.
Whoa, Banujan,
yes.
Please don't believe that. That's not accurate.
And the FBI is actually investigating it, Banujan. This particular thing, it's a robot that's the origins are unknown at this particular point in time, but people are getting the call that, it's tomorrow, don't worry, it's not going to be counted until tomorrow anyway.
My God.
And you might wonder, oh my God, really? Are people so dumb and gullible? Well, no. Actually, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who are working on the front lines, right? Who are so busy with making their daily wage that they get the opportunity to take even like one to go and vote. And a lot of times they don't get the opportunity to, especially the young voters out there. Guys, take this seriously. Go and register in person at your local polling station. In California, we close only at 8 p.m. Take this seriously and please go out there and vote. Make sure your voice is heard. Whoever you vote for doesn't matter.
So, by the way, some of the states already have been called, right, Falguni? You want to
Yes.
start off with today's update for people as to what's happening with the presidential race, so we can go back to the Senate afterwards.
Right, absolutely. So let's tell you that some of the states with projected winners for the president contest, Panajan, West Virginia is being called for Donald Trump. With the projections, it is about 56.9% of the votes are going towards Donald Trump, and about 1.2% is going to Joe Biden. And of course, that state has been called by AP President Donald Trump. Tennessee is another state that Donald Trump it's an overwhelming majority because it is supposed to be a red state anyway. Has won it by a huge majority, so that was 72.7%, and it has 11 electoral votes. And Biden trailing with a huge margin, which is like 26% in Tennessee. Oklahoma, 7 electoral votes called for President Donald Trump again at 62.7%. And yes, I saw somebody post on one of our Bandhu's poster, looks like a red wave so far. Well, clearly because it's all the red states that have closed. And New Jersey. Joe Biden is the projected winner. 14 electoral votes, 67.6. Is the amount that he is leading.
Well, please understand, one thing, the numbers we're going to give you actually are changing, could be changing also, because some sources will say it's 57.9, some 50% 57.6. Of course, the number of votes counted is also mentioned on the website. In fact, we check out our Facebook page right now. We have the update for you guys with the real time.
Yeah.
And you can take it out there. In fact, for our Facebook page, if you're listening on go check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/Radio Day and facebook.com/Radio Day Hotties.
And of course, New Jersey also with 14 electoral votes is being called for Joe Biden, and at 67.6% of the vote is going towards Joe Biden, and Donald Trump trails with 31.1% of the vote. Massachusetts is also being called for Joe Biden, 69.3% of the votes going for, and Donald Trump trails with merely 28%. Maryland has 10 electoral votes, has it been called for Joe Biden, Altababa?
Maryland has held for Joe Biden already. It has got it's Massachusetts looking at. It's actually called for Joe Biden, but the votes have not been tallied as yet. I don't see the update on our page at least, but it has been called for Joe Biden. 10 electoral votes going out to Joe Biden. I don't know how this, but yeah.
Well, so this is the thing with Jan. Last election, if you saw, it was the percentage of precincts voting reporting, that was the way it was being done. But this time things are very different due to COVID, right? So a lot of the early mail-in balloting that has come in, so this is being counted right now, and their estimated projections at this particular point in time as to what's happening. And of course, DC also being called for Joe Biden with 3 electors. Delaware is also being called for Joe Biden by an overwhelming majority of 82.5% of the votes going to Joe Biden. Kentucky, on hand, is being called for President Donald Trump, where he will by about a 21% majority, which is 59.8% of the 8 votes. And other Senate race in Key that has been called is where Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has retained his seat in the Senate, the senator, and he obviously beat Amy. I will bring you the numbers on that shortly, but although he was in a huge net battle with her in terms of fundraising dollars, but people say, Kentucky has been historically a red state, so it's very hard, especially during a presidential year, when somebody is voting red for a state that's red for Trump. To be able to switch and say, you know what, we're going to vote for a Democrat for a senator. That's happening, really. And Mitch McConnell got lucky this time, I think. He will last through the next election, do you think?
We don't know. We don't know. But anyway, the thing is, why are we talking about these things like the called states and everything? Because we're looking also closely at the electoral votes, because 270 votes, electoral votes, actually define the winner of the elections. As you know, the person into the office is going to be one who has the electoral votes as opposed to the people voting in. So it's important you make sure you elect people into their local offices.
Exactly.
So they can actually pick the electoral vote, which can actually pick the president automatically.
Right.
But again, if you look at it that way, the tally right now is at 85-61. So 85, Joe Biden has got 85 electoral votes to his name, and Trump has got 61 to his name. It's still too early to call anything
Well,
because I think 70% of the country is still yet to be decided.
Trump won Indiana too, actually at 11 electoral votes, Manajan, where he won 58.9% of the vote. But a closely watched race, which is actually in the process of where polls have closed, let me tell you, is in Florida. Donald Trump is leading by a very slim majority. Bandijan, 93% of the vote has been counted. Florida is a toss-up. So it's not actually a toss-up state. It was a safe state for. But, Joe Biden said during one of his recent rallies, I think today, Biden actually came and said that if we win Florida, then it's done.
Yeah, because
Meaning-
Joe Biden is pretty much, he's like 43.3 and Trump is like 50.8.
No, Joe Biden is 48.4%.
48.4% right now, and I
Yeah.
think it's still bridging, still 13% to be remain counting.
The concern
It's only 88% reported, that's it.
Yeah, and the concern is the Latinx was, right?
Uh-huh.
Especially in Miami-Dade County, which really was the Democrats were counting on go towards them. Actually, that is trending more towards Trump and the GOP. So that they couldn't convert the Latin voters for some reason, or the way they made it out to be is where said people are going to show up in person. They're not going to vote ahead of time.
That did happen,
And
right?
they have been able to turn out the voters. They have been able to bring people to the polling stations to come vote. So it is a neck-to-neck race still, but a good chat. It's good for President Donald Trump. Earlier, just before we got on the show, it was at 49.5, and now Trump is slowly edging forward.
We never know what's going to happen, Jen, because some more 12% of the votes yet to be counted. We'll keeping a close eye on those things for you guys for sure. But what we're going to do is we're going to go check out what's happening with updates in a few minutes. But उससे पहले एक छोटा सा गाना हो जाए फातरानी?
Absolutely. Let's go and listen
Yeah, and you
somewhere.
guys just chew upon what we told you right now so far, and yes, we're coming to the point right now as whether we already gave you that Senate races. His name Mitch McConnell has already won his
Oh,
re-election.
the Senate projection.
But
Okay.
it's remaining to see whether he's going to be the Senate majority or Senate minority.
Well, from West Virginia, Shelley Moore Capito has won. She was a Republican. From Kentucky, Connell has won.
We'll
54.
come back to that particular Senate race, but उससे पहले एक छोटा सा गाना हो जाए, then we'll put more data.
तेरी मेरी उम्र आई थी वो कट गई दुनिया की तो फिक्र कहाँ थी तेरी भी अब चिंता घट गई तू भी तू है मैं भी मैं हूँ दुनिया सारी देखो लट गई तू न जाने मैं न जानूं कैसे सारी बात पलट गई घटनी ही थी ये भी घटना घटते घटते लो ये घट गई हाँ चोर बाजारी तो नैनों की पहले की आदत जो हट गई तारीफ तेरी करना तुझे खोने से डरना हाँ भूल गया अब तुझ पे दिन में 4 दफा मरना तारीफ तेरी करना तुझे खोने से ना हाँ भूल गया अब तुझ पे दिन में 4 दफा मरना प्यार तुम्हारी उतरी सारी बातों की बदली भी छट गई हमसे मैं भी आई ऐसे मुझको तो मैं एक हुए थे दो से दोनों की अब राहें बट गई रास्ते पे आए खुशी वहीं आजाद हूँ मैं तुझसे आजाद है तू मुझसे हाँ जो जी चाहे जैसे चाहे कर ले आज यहीं
लाज शर्म की छोटी मोटी जो थी डोरी वो भी कट गई चौक चौबारे गली मोहल्ले खोल के मैं सारे घूट गई
तू ना बदली मैं ना बदला दिल्ली सारी देख बदल गई
I don't know what Badake Banjar because everybody is anxious to know what's happening with our situation right now. Everything what's happening in the presidential races in terms of electoral college and everything, Banjar, because based on that, they decide, right? Whenever, depends on how the state, if you understand, if you want to know more about how American politics works, the state votes, and depending on the votes going to the particular party, the party picks the electoral choice.
Well, typically the norm is that whatever the state wins, right? Like, you know, if
Yeah, they're
it's a
supposed to-
red
yeah.
candidate that won, then all the electoral votes will be given to that red candidate, or whoever the electoral voters are, right? The electoral college, the person who casts the vote. But they do have the option to vote against that.
Yeah, they can, but
They
the point,
can
the
if they
point
want
is
to, because they are the
this-
electors.
But the electoral vote is not typically the Senate actually pick.
Yeah.
They're not the senators you actually pick.
No.
Of course, the thing is, depends on people you pick in your respective states.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
And hence, it's very important for you guys to know what's happening with these Senate races.
Yeah.
So, quick look at what's happening in Senate races. Father, you want some updates for us from the Senate races?
Well, some projections that are coming in right now of the Senate races. So far, 39 seats are look as being called for the Democrats, and 34 seats are being called for the Republicans.
Well, latest update right up, Budget. I told you we have different sources we're getting it from. Associated Press is now showing us it is around 40, which can call for Democrats. The nation. And in which only 25% are being counted so far, Baranjan, and then 35 seats have been called for Republican Party. So basically, it's a very neck-to-neck tie. As you guys know, 51 seats is the majority.
Absolutely. And in West Virginia, Shelley Moore Capito, who is as I mentioned before, who is the Republican candidate, wins by 64.7%. She's going to be the projected winner. She has 64.7% of the vote. Kentucky has been called for Mitch McConnell, and he won by 56.4%, which is with Amy McGrath getting fully 40% of the vote. Wow.
It's a quite a landslide.
No, considering
62
Mitch McConnell,
62 and 40 is 34 is like pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah, but he was already he's a favorite of Kentucky.
He's an
anyway.
incumbent, right?
Yeah.
So, and Kentucky, I said, is a historically red state, and especially in a presidential year, to expect the Senate seat in that race
It's
is
called.
kind of
I think they also say that there's something called the splitting the vote, splitting the ballot. People don't split the ballot. Like, you know, if they're voting for Trump, they would not vote for
yeah.
Amy McGrath,
So
the Democrat.
so
they
it'll
would
just
not
be red
That's
all the
how
way.
typically
so.
it goes. Yeah. How about other places? How about places
In-
like Texas? Is Texas still called?
No, not yet. Tennessee, Bill Hagerty wins. He's a Republican candidate. He's a projected winner with 69.6% of the vote. Democratic Marquis Shaw. Oklahoma, again, another Republican winner, 52.1% of the vote going to him against his Democratic contender A.B. Broyles. In New Jersey, Cory Booker is the projected winner. Democratic Senator Cory Booker is leading with 40.3% of the vote against Mehta, who is his Republican challenger. In New Hampshire, Jeanne Shaheen is the winner with 58.7% of the vote. Democratic Senator Jeanne Shaheen is the projected winner in New Hampshire. In Senator, Democratic Senator Ed Markey leads with 60.0% of the vote, which is basically over his Republican challenger Kevin O'Connor, who has about 35% of the vote, and so Democratic senator coming from Massachusetts as well. In Delaware, Chris Coons, Senator Chris Coons has been declared as the projected winner from Delaware as well.
Interestingly, Illinois has got Richard Durbin.
Who?
Illinois.
Huh?
They have Richard one Democratic.
Was it a flip?
It was actually the electoral vote went to the Republicans actually.
Well, we'll know, Banajan, elections right now that don't be projected winners. We don't know yet. It's not been declared. Alabama is in a neck-to-neck race between Republican Tommy Tuberville and Doug Jones, and they're in a 50% and 49.6%. It's a neck-to-neck heat. Alaska and all these places, Martha, Arizona too, is well, it's not been counted yet, so poll closed yet. It'll close in another hour, right?
Yep. Because Bajan, the second is just very preliminary. In fact, there's a lot of things to be, you don't decide based on what we're telling you right now. We just give you a starting point for you guys to start getting more information about this. Yes, it is a very anxious time for everybody out there. I don't know the fate of America, and hence we did a special show on the Pat Show talking about election results for you guys and talking about some of the data which we collect for you guys over the different sources which are available and making sure that you guys know this. Further, you should tell people where we're getting the sources from.
The Associated Press, from Times, from Reuters. These are the different news agencies that we're picking up the news for, Banajan, for you guys. We're trying to get this consolidated so we can, there could be, this is just basic reporting, guys, so that you know. And those of you in California are wondering, what's going on in California? Well, we don't know yet. There's a lot of,
because California has got a polling stations open all the way until 8 p.m.
Right.
So by the time, even after we finish our show, probably this will be going on. It wouldn't have been a fun for us.
Yeah.
But we are here to provide you all the information. We're trying to get you as much in data as possible from every source we can find. Yep. And yes, right now what we're going to do is we're going to take a break right now. The Senate updates for you guys. Come back with some of the congressional seats and everything. And also, probably we'll give you some information on what's in local politics going on also, right? Locally, who are the people leading and what's happening with the Senate races in California. Yeah, because some of them actually are pretty close.
ओ बेबी तेरा जान से प्यारा ओ बेबी एवें चमका दिल साडा कि दिख गया प्यार ये पटियालवी हो जब से दिल हारा ओ बदला में सारा का सारा ओ बेबी जिवें गबरू दिल दा ओ बेबी तेरी ये पटियालवी पटियाला पैग लगा के नाचूंगा नाचूंगा पटियाला ढोल बजा के कह दूंगा हीरे मेरी जुल्फे तेरी मेरे हाथों की ये लकीरें बुनती हैं लौंग दा लिशकारा ओ बेबी तेरा जान से प्यारा ओ बेबी एवें चमका दिल साडा कि दिख गया प्यार ये पटियालवी दिल हारा ओ बदला में सारा ओ बेबी जिवें गबरू दिलदारा ओ बेबी तेरा यार ये पटियालवी
ओए होए पटियाला पैग लगा के कहंदा है कल्ले मिलो तो चुपिए रहंदा है चन्ना मेरे दो परे मिश्री सी मीठी गुड़ सी बातें रहने दे
लौंग दा लिशकारा ओ बेबी तेरा ओ बेबी के देख गार ये पटियालवी बातों से तेरी बातें बनी है आ फिर से चुपके मेरे कानों में कह दे
बातें तो मेरी चुप हो गई हैं आज जो भी सुनना है वो आँखों से सुन ले
तू जो कहे उसके अब चर्चे हम करते हैं
हाँ तू जो कहे अब से हम सुनते हैं करते हैं
ऐसा कभी सोचा न था दिल यूं ही खोकर ही तकदीरें मिलती हैं लौंग दा लिशकारा ओ बेबी तेरा जान से प्यारा ओ बेबी एवें दिल साडा कि दिख गया प्यार ये पटियालवी
साडा ता दिल पटियाला we do it so पटियाला let's party for a while we always dance with style you know what to do with your hands Mr. Bigger and Risky Man jump to the jump jam to the jam I know you understand girl wind up and bust up the party and girl look so hot speakers them get them rocking do not not disturb you when I'm talking.
अपने भी पिंड में एक फुलझड़ी थी, वो दिल्ले वाली जुत्ती सूट परांदी।
खेतों में जाके डेरा था सने, उसकी भी यादें कहाँ दिल से जाती।
गजरा लगा के वो मैं क्या जी कहती है,
ये पिंग मेरे दिल में भी उठती ही रहती है।
हीरे मेरी कोठे ते मंजी ते बैजा तैनू रज रज वेखो।
वे लौंग दा लश्कारा,
ओ बेबी तेरा
जान से प्यारा,
ओ बेबी एवें
चमका दिल साडा।
के दिख गया प्यार ये पटियालवी।
Ramajan, Patela, Pegapade, and of course, I don't listen to all these, election updates very well for Patajan. If you're driving right now, so we're here to give you some updates right now. And if you're actually listening to watching on Facebook, updates coming right up for you guys. On the Electoral College in Northeast State presidential elections are up. We also talked about the senatorial elections as well. Now it's time for us to get some update on the congressional seats. What's happening in the congressional seats? Well, let me tell you, Patajan. You have to first understand one thing, that we need to get, even majority in the House for Democrats to be able to get
To retain control of the House.
118 seats, right?
Uh-huh.
And majority, but we don't know what's happening there. We'll get information on that. So, what's happening, Falwani? You're the person to be looking at.
Okay, so let's tell you going on. About 40 seats are being declared for Democrats right now, and Republicans have about 15 seats that they have won. That's being projected as going towards the Republicans. New York 11th District, Democratic. Well, it's still not. It's votes are being counted, but we have elected winners there. I'm trying to see if we can get where it's being called. In South Carolina, 1st District, Democratic candidate Joe Cunningham is being called the projector there. In Arkansas, 2nd District, French Hill is a Republican candidate who is leading with 70.4% of the vote, with about 13.9% of the vote being counted as of now. In, North Carolina, 8th District, Richard Hudson's by 1 percentage point. That's all. And he is Richard Hudson. Actually, where did it go? My screen just flashed on me. Yeah. So he's in North Carolina, and he's a Republican congressman who won that particular place. And of course, in South Carolina, with about 19.2% of the votes being counted, Democratic Congressman, actually, that's the vote is being called for Joe Cunningham. 54.7% of the going to Joe Cunningham, with his Republican challenge Nancy Mace trailing with 45.3% of the vote. In Washington District, Caroline Long is on Jaime Herrera Bittler. We don't know how that is looking, but let's also go on over and look at other precincts. Virginia 7th District, Republican Nick Freitas seems to be heading on to that particular seat with 59.4% of the vote.
Well, let me tell you one thing. This actually is a very interesting note right now. People actually, if you're wondering why we're talking most about East Coast, yes, that's where the elections are closed already.
Yeah,
As in
polls
the
are closed.
polls are closed. So data we're getting right on the East Coast. So we're sharing it right now over here in California, which is the West Coast. So eventually, as the time progresses, we'll have more results coming in for you guys. But Abhikelia, the way it looks like is in terms of majority of the House, which is the Congress, we see that there's quite a few influence of as opposed to the Democrats in the House.
Well,
So-
one thing though I do mention is that of these polls that are coming in, it's all people who are holding on to their seats. Is that I think most of them?
Most of them are new incumbent. There's no new.
There's no flipping
thing
seats that
happening.
has happened yet.
So, or as anticipated, Florida, for instance, the news is going to be the red state. It already is getting most
oh,
of
really? We got to go back and see if there's date about the presidential. Do you want me to go back and check that?
the.
or-
Sure, you can check out. We'll give that the next hour for sure. But like Rabi, we're on a break right now. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about what happened next. In the next hour, we'll talk more about the president for sure. Like, Rabi, let me tell you one thing. Florida actually have taken 13 seats in the Congress, and Democrats have 11 seats from Republicans from Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they've won 11.
They have
there.
11 seats, and the Republicans have 13 seats. So.
What about in are those races called already?
They already called races. So wherever the races are being called, predominantly are Republican, and it's gone red pretty much. Even for the matter of Arizona, Republican, only one Republican party has been called. Many parties are still yet to be counted.
Yeah.
Only a few counties have been counted, and they have picked one Republican to the House. Many more to come. We'll talk about that. It's going to be a huge thing because we need to have new people in the Congress. Birajan, please.
Well, there is one new person who won a seat in Congress, Altapava.
One
Let me
person is
tell
not
you.
going to affect anything.
Wait, and this is important. You guys really need to know this, Binajan. Marjorie Taylor Greene, remember this name.
Marjorie
Okay,
Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Republican businesswoman who is known for espousing conspiratorial and bigoted views, won her House race to represent Northwest Georgia. She's a fan of QAnon,
Yeah.
that conspiracy group, right?
Correct. And wasn't that QAnon actually terrorist also as a sort of, what do you call them? Domestic thing. Didn't they talk about that? They supposedly condemn QAnon also?
Who?
Trump? No,
No,
he
he didn't.
He supported them?
Yes, he would retweet all her,
yeah.
and she's his typical lady candidate.
Yeah, well, Georgia.
White, blonde,
Yeah.
and woman,
Correct.
driven, and will do anything to succeed, kind
Yeah,
of
very true.
woman, right? So the future congresswoman actually, during her primary race against neurosurgeon John Cohen, had actually drawn the ire of and the scorn of Republican leaders after reports that she promoted the QAnon, an anonymous central the Q is supposed to be in a conspiracy theory that claims that Trump secretly fights to bring down a cabal of pedophiles.
Whoa.
Yes, and the FBI has warned such fringe views amount to a domestic threat, but she still won nomination in August, and the GOP coalesced behind her. Trump called her a future Republican star.
Hey, dude, I'm telling you one thing. I don't know. I'm going to share my views later on, but right now it's time for a break.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk more about the presidential race right now in a few minutes. And let's see. I guess updates on Facebook right now saying that I know what red is. But here you go, Bajan. This is what I want you guys to know, that no matter who comes into power, let's all stay calm and focus on growth. The song is to change your mood from this particular tension and everything. A nice song for you guys.
हाँ चल गई हाँ
From Ye Jawani Hai Diwani.
तो से चल गई हाँ खल गई तुझे खल गई मेरी बेपरवाही खल गई तू तरमा तू किस खेत की मूली है जरा
टीवी पे ब्रेक न्यूज हर मेरा घाघरा है रात से लेके दिल्ली वागरा टीवी पे ब्रेकिंग न्यूज हर मेरा घाघरा है रात से लेके दिल्ली वागरा मैं हवा
तो उड़ जा
घटा
तो मुड़ जा
कली
कहाँ की
अदा
अदा भी
बड़ा बेशर तू तो लिखा है बड़ा ये कमर
छुपा ले
नजर पता
पूछूं
उमर
तू जाने
देखो बेरुखी पे कैसे अटका है बड़ा
हाँ ढल गई रे ढल गई तुम किधर हाँ ढल गई हाँ खल गई तुझे खल गई बेपरवाही खल गई मोहतरमा तू किस खेत की मूली है बता बेमतलब की बकवास तेरा घाघरा बगदाद हो या हो दिल्ली बयागरा
पे ब्रेकिंग न्यूज हर मेरा घाघरा बगदाद से
You are
लेके
listening to
दिल्ली
Radio D Hotties, powered by Mahima Creations.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this show do not necessarily reflect those of the staff or management of Radio D Hotties. The content broadcast on this show is meant for informational and entertainment purposes only.
Radio D Hotties, the best and hottest radio network in the entire world.
Mahima Creations.
Proudly present Premier Evening Drive Time Show. Bam Bam!
Yes, you heard it right.
Bam Bam! Every
Monday,
Tuesday,
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday. Let's beat the traffic.
Bam Bam!
And Pam Pam Balja, welcome. Today is a new show, a different kind of a show, Pam Pam, because we're talking about election update. Everybody's talking right now. Everybody's wondering, everybody's sitting, oh my God, what happened? I voted, how my results going to come out? It's
Yeah.
like a big unknown for people, question mark in people's minds.
Yes. Well, if you're in California and you're watching us right now, I know there are some people who watch us from Michigan as well. People who love to hate us, or for that matter, are our closet lovers.
Oh, really?
I mean, like, yeah. We have people who watch us from there as well. There's this group that I'm on called Michigan Indian Americans, and oh boy, I have drawn the ire of quite a few of the Trumpsters out there. Because every time somebody posts a fake news thing, I go and I put the the update over there, and I say that this is a misleading post. Don't share misinformation, which is a very important thing, of course, Panajan. But what really broke my heart, and I just cannot, I cannot believe that the conspiracy theorist. Marjorie, what did I say her name was? Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Republican businesswoman, whom Trump calls the future Republican star, and I wouldn't be surprised runs for Senate, runs for president one day.
You never know. She wanted to become the Supreme Court judge. But right now, let's go take a quick look at what's happening with the updates, election updates for you guys right now on your favorite network, Radio Hotties. And this is the update about elections. Yeah, Electoral College. What's happening there? Oh my God. And here is the updates for you guys. What's latest on the presidential elections, Falwani?
So far, states that have projected winners for another state that's been added for Joe Biden is New York with 29 electoral votes. Arkansas goes to Donald Trump with 6 electoral votes. West Virginia was already called for Donald Trump with 5 electoral votes. C is going to Donald Trump with 11 electoral votes. Oklahoma to Donald Trump with 7 electoral votes. New Jersey going to Joe Biden. 14 electoral votes. Massachusetts, Joe Biden, 11 electoral votes. Maryland, 10 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. The District of Columbia, 3 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. Delaware, with an overwhelming majority, 82.5% of the vote going to Biden with 3 electoral votes. Kentucky going to Donald Trump with 8 electoral votes. Vermont with 6.3% of the vote going to Joe Biden with 3 electoral votes. Indiana, first state where the President Donald Trump won today with 59.7% of the vote, 11 electoral votes going to him. So far, the tally is out of the 270 electoral votes that need to be won to actually win majority, right? To win
That's
the presidential
right.
election.
And just in Falwani, we do have some of the central states coming up over here right now. Joe Biden supposedly claimed New Mexico already. For some reason, that's what they show on our Associated Press updates over here.
Okay.
And there's Texas is leading towards Joe Biden right now. Joe Biden is leading. Another 38 electoral votes are there, Banjan. 50% Joe Biden and 48.7% is Donald Trump right now. Swing, I think we don't know what's going to happen there. We'll get more information as the day proceeds. We also have some information about the South Dakota claim by Trump, and also the Nebraska claim by Trump was going that way. And Wyoming, we actually have Trump declared as a particular winner there. And also North Dakota I talked about. North Dakota also is going red right now. As you know, the middle states pretty much everywhere, it was known that they're going to go red anyway. So that's what's happening. But the total tally of the Senate, I should say, is not Senate, I'm sorry. Electoral votes, 19 favoring Joe Biden and 92 favoring Donald Trump. We still don't know. There's a lot of stuff towards the West Coast yet to be released. Any other updates for you, which you have, Falwani?
That's pretty much what I have, Altibaba. Trump leading in Florida right now, right? With almost 95 of the votes coming in already in Florida.
Correct. And yes, the thing was, I was listening somewhere else about the updates before we came in at 4 o'clock. Talked about the Biden campaign was not banking on Florida as such. They were hoping if they get Florida, if they got Georgia, but of course they knew that. But they're focusing on other states right now. So, and hopefully, let's see what happens. It's pretty much predicted the numbers are coming now. So we don't know, right? We
Yeah.
don't know what's going to happen.
Right, absolutely. So, the updates with regard to some other, do you want to get some other updates, Altibaba, with regard to...
Yes, we'll come back for other updates. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to leave the lines open for you guys to give us a call here and share what's happening, whether you are feeling anxious about things or what's happening situation. We can talk about the propositions locally. If you want to know more about them, you can give us a call here and ask as well. So we'll see what you can get to the best results on that. And number to call here is 408-912-2479. No, 1-2-2-4-7. The lines are open. This is a very unique show we're doing from the We're actually doing this because we don't want second term of Trump.
Well, here's the thing, Manjat. We know that there's going to be so much anxiety. We have those who are very politically inclined. When we say politically inclined, it's not a bad thing. Hello.
Yeah, let's be one. Actually, we're trying to be fair here. We're not taking any sides. We're just on the side of something good for the nation. And that's what we want to make sure we get him out of the office.
Exactly. And we don't want you to be anxious, so that's why we're giving you some good songs in between, and we're also giving you our own things as to how things are shaping up. So, so that you can actually relax and say, okay, you dance a little bit, dance off the stress. You hear that a state is turning red.
Get worked up, goes the call.
Yeah, the good thing is that there's nothing. Most of the states, it's coming back according to predictions.
It is.
Whose
actually.
predictions we don't know.
Well, no, the big guy is sitting there planning the whole politics for the campaigns, the campaign managers. Unfortunately, we don't have. It's too last minute for me to first to get them online with you guys, but definitely it's interesting to see how it's turning out and how people predicted it to be and how it's coming up also. So I think enough data, people can predict the future also, right? So
yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a repeat of what happened with George Bush
we don't
and
let's see.
Al Gore.
Let us see what happens, Faltwani. We'll hope for
in
the best.
Florida.
Nah, I think it's gonna go blue. Florida's gonna go blue.
Blue?
Yeah, anyway, Baja, let's listen to this. We'll be back right after this and talking about the Senate races for sure.
लहरा के बल खा के तू दुनिया बोला के नाच धुन को धुना ले गाले तो गा के नाच रंगीनियों में खो जा पी के पिला के नाच मत भरे नैनों से तू नैना मिला के नाच
तेरी अदा I like the way you move तेरा बदन I like to see you move तेरी नजर it's someone to dance with you तेरी अदा I like the way you move तेरा बदन I like to see you move तेरी नजर it says I wanna dance with you सुन ले साहिबा तू है एक नशा होश है मेरा सारा खो गया
All right, Baja, right now we're back with the updates. Faltwani, how about updates for us on the Senate races?
Well, let's look at the Senate races. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. Republicans now have 37 Senate seats. Rounds wins the Republican Senate seat, 73.1% of the vote in Dakota. In John Cornyn, who is the Republican, wins by very small margin, with about 50.9% of the vote going out to John Cornyn against Democratic contender Mary Jennings, which was at 46.8%. In Arkansas, Tom Cotton, a Republican senator, retains it with 71.5% of the vote. In West Virginia, Shelley Moore Capito, that is a Republican senator, wins with 65.5% of the vote. I already told you about Mitch McConnell, who won Kentucky. Tennessee, Bill Republican wins 63.2% of the vote. In Oklahoma, Jim Inhofe wins Republican senator, again wins with 58.4% of the vote. In New Delhi, Senator Cory Booker retains his seat with 59.6% of the vote. In New Hampshire, I already told you, Jehan Shaheen retains Senate seat with 57.5% of the vote. Ed Markey, Democratic Senator Ed Markey in Massachusetts wins with 65.1% of the vote. In Delaware, Christopher Coons is the projected winner. One of the elections that's still actually being watched is the John Cornyn versus Mary Jennings, MJ Hager, the one that I told you is very, very highly contested. They're calling it, they're projecting that John Cornyn, Republican senator, is the winner, but they're still saying that they're going to it. Alabama Democratic Senator Doug Jones leads with 52.7% votes against Tommy Tuberville, trailing behind with 47.3% of the vote. In Alaska, Democratic Senator Al Gross is running against Ann Sullivan. There was also something else that I wanted to talk about. One particular race which Georgia, Bandajan, about 30.5% of the votes have been counted. Republican David Perdue is leading with 58.2% of the vote going to him against John Ossoff, 39.7% going to John Ossoff, but only 32.5%. So there's no projected winner yet. In Kansas, Democratic Senator Barbara Bollier is leading with 52.1% of the vote. And also in Maine, which is people are saying is gossip state, only 2% of the votes have been counted so far. But Susan Collins, Republican senator, who people were worried is going to lose her seat, or Republicans were really worried about that she was very on shaky, is leading with a very comfortable majority of 56.6%. In Michigan, with 6% of the votes being counted, John James, Republican, is leading for the Senate seat there with 60.6% of the vote going towards him. In Montana, Montana has not been counted yet. In North Carolina, Bandujan, 75.8% of the votes have been counted. Democratic Senator Cal Cunningham is leading with 49.1% of the votes going towards him. In South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, a tight race with Jaime Harrison, with 2.4% of the votes being counted. Graham about 53.5% of the vote towards him, and Harrison is trailing with 45.2%. We don't could change really quickly because just a few minutes before this, Harrison was leading with 51% of the vote, and then Lindsey Graham was trailing, and then that flipped around immediately. In Georgia, Loeffler is leading with 29.3%. Kelly Loeffler is a Republican against Rel Warnock. This is another hotly contested race and is being watched. About 32.2% of the votes have been counted, sir.
Well, that was the update on what's happening in the Senate, Bandajan, and we'll get more updates as we get into the hour, as we're going to be making sure we can get you some information about the local politics as well. Quick look at what's happening in the California. Yes, voting is going to be open until,
8 p.m.?
8 p.m. today. So we don't have results for it, but we definitely have some information with you guys what's happening with the contenders over here at least. So, Faldoni, quick look at what's happening with the presidential race. Do you have some updates on that?
I don't have too many updates, Altibaba, with regard to the electoral votes. Do you have any? Because I'm looking at New York Times, and I'm also New York Times seems to have an update, right?
But I do have Associated Press update over here, still talking the same numbers, where does Trump is up by 9, is on 92 electoral votes in his favor, and Biden is 119 votes in his favor. Still yet to be counted. The western hemisphere of our nation yet to be counted. We still have around I think 300 votes have been yet to be counted, right? 300 electoral votes to be counted as yet.
Well, yeah, and I think they're calling North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming for Trump, right?
Yes, North Dakota has been called for Trump, and we also have South Dakota for Trump. We have even the states, was that the Nebraska?
Yeah.
They also been called for Trump. Again, what's really contending right now is the Kansas still not being counted as yet. They say that Joe Biden is in the lead.
Yeah.
At least 5% lead on against there in Kansas. And also we have Joe Biden leading by 7 points. We'll see what's happening over there. Even for Missouri as well, Joe Biden is supposedly in the lead. We don't know what's going to happen because 14% have been reported so far. 15% vote and 50% in Kansas and around same 50% in Colorado as well.
Well, in Texas, Manajan, it's a neck-to-neck race. Donald Trump and Joe Biden are both in a neck-to-neck race. Each one of them is 89.3% of the vote. Each of them has that much a vote that's cast, and about how much? 66% of the vote has been counted so far. And because an excuse is required to vote by in Texas, officials have said that they do not think processing those votes will result in delays, though increased turnout could. Mail ballots have until 5 p.m. on November 4 to arrive.
Texas actually is a dividing state. Texas has 38 electoral votes to its credit.
Exactly.
In other words, I think it's like it was always predominantly considered Trump specific, because if you remember, even Texas, all happened in Texas only.
Yeah.
Even the Joe Biden was attacked in Texas.
Yeah.
And I actually think it's neck to neck right now. Joe Biden is leading percent, and Trump is trailing only by 1%. 1 percentage point, Ranjan. So basically, I think I'm not sure if the votes are the polling stations have been closed already, right? The polling has been closed. You can't anymore in the places, but of course the counting is in up to 70%. And of course, there was a very interesting thing, Falguni, which I just heard over there. So wondering whether Trump is very famous for declaring early win, right?
Right.
He does it, even did it last time also. So probably he was asked this time, I was going to ask declare early win. He said, we are going to win anyways. And when I declare, it'll be there's no answer to the question. Vague thing said, yes, I will declare anyways.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever comes to my mind is what he was trying to say.
The good thing, I think it's a good thing that's coming out with this particular election, Banjan. Regardless, there's a lot of women running in the GOP right now, running for the Republican Party. And there's a lot of people of color, African Americans, who are running in the GOP. That indicates the changing face of the grand old party.
Hold on. The sad part is that's the problem with America, right?
Yeah.
Why would you? Since you should not. Okay, your ideologies, political ideologies are fine.
Yeah.
Right, but I think you should not. I don't. Somehow I don't see a sense in voting along party lines.
Well,
Because okay, fine, you'll vote on mudda, like as the
agenda.
The agenda you vote on, but not on the person. You got to be mindful who's going to be leading the nation. You got to make that decision properly, and who's going to be representing you in the office. You got to make that decision properly. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm a Republican, so I'm going to vote Republican only." If at all you feel that your state is going to be in a better state. Right? As in when I say better state, it's something. If you think your state is going in better position, having a certain individual on the ballot or in the office, vote for them.
Right.
And I think I really would urge people to think about properly. I'm not trying to sort out against your party lines. You can be whatever you want to be. Your beliefs are your beliefs, right? Just try to make sure you can vote for the good of other people. So it's responsibility is in your hands, right? Just because you're a Republican doesn't mean you got to go vote for them.
right.
And just because the person of a certain color, don't go vote for them.
Right.
Very important also. Right? You got to make sure the person actually read the data. I think there's so much of data available right now. We are able to pull up data right now sitting over here. You too can do those things. Data. We can pull up data for about all the candidates and everything, what they have done, how they have done the office, and decision on that. Right?
Right, absolutely. The reason I said that too is because Cynthia Lummis, who is a Republican senator, going to be replacing Senator Mike Enzi of Wyoming, who is retiring in the Senate. She will add to the ranks of Republican women in the upper chamber. And there's not too many Republican women up there, Banujani. If you have taken a look at that Senate, it's the Republican majority is largely old white men. And there's not too many women, and there's not too many people of color in the Republican Party. Polls are closing in Arizona, but we'll have to wait about an hour or so for the results. That's going to be happening early, and mail-in is likely to be relatively for Democrats. And Arizona is one of the toss-up states that we talked about earlier today. In New York, only in-persons are being released, actually. And New York, as Altu Baba said, is being called for June. But you know what? Here's the thing. Biden winning in New York is not really surprising, right? Because that's Hillary Clinton territory, right? But in August, he told the New York Post that he was putting New York into play. He said he would campaign there, but he did not. But anyway, they're calling it for him. In Wisconsin, also polls are closed. The governor has said he expects to know the results tonight or tomorrow. Milwaukee could still be counting ballots until Wednesday morning. In North Dakota, Governor Burgum, the Republican, won re-election in North Dakota, and Mike Rounds, the Republican, won re-election in the U.S. Senate in South Dakota. Campaign officials having a close eye on RNC data that suggests that Biden might be underperforming in urban areas in Minnesota. Trump hopes to flip here. So in Minnesota, let's tell you about 15% of the votes have been counted. Joe Biden is leading by 88.1% of the vote, and Donald Trump trails behind with 40.9%. Ben Sanders, the Republican, won re-election to the U.S. Senate in Nebraska. And Madison Cawthorn, a Republican, wins North Carolina's 11th congressional district. So I think, and I also told you about Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's a Republican, who won Georgia's 14th congressional district. Also, Altubaba, do you have any updates for us with regard to the electoral votes? Anything else coming in? Any other
Nothing
news?
new coming right up, Baja, but I tell you what, we're going to go check out a few more resources and a few more sites for you to get you more information on these things. As you know, we have to make sure that whatever information you guys on air it and also vetted. So we got our part of due diligence and provide information ताकि आराम से ये गाना enjoy कर सकते हैं. Enjoy कीजिएगा. तब तक we'll come back with more information for you guys about what's happening with the election card.
आए बहाने नैना नवाबी जी देखे हैं सब जी फिर भी न समझे इशारे मन ये साहिब जी हाँ करता बहाने नैना नवाबी जी न समझे इशारे
धीरे धीरे नैनों को धीरे जिया को धीरे धीरे भाइयों ने साहिबो धीरे धीरे गाना धीरे धीरे अपना सा धीरे धीरे लागे रे सेबो सुर्खियां हैं हवाओं में
दो दिलों मिलने की
हारजियां हैं नज़ारों में
लम्हा ये थम जाने की कैसी हुजूरी जी लब दिखलाए चुप्पी लगा के भी गज़ब है ढाए
धीरे धीरे नैनों को धीरे धीरे जिया को धीरे धीरे भाइयों ने साहिबो धीरे धीरे बेगाना धीरे धीरे अपना सा धीरे धीरे लागे रे
And right now, Bajra, quick look at the election updates for you guys on the Pam Pam show. Yes, a different kind of a show today because we understand many of you actually are anxious about what's happening with the with the elections part of it. And right now, let's go check out the news about what's happening in the House elections. Yeah, Budget Congress. But look at Faltoni, I just feel like as though we're going to have Joe Biden as president coming up.
Why are you so happy,
House
Atwa?
is- No, I'm not being happy. I'm just trying to tell you. Looks like as though Joe Biden is going to be coming the president. No, why?
Why?
Typically, the House and the presidential office
Yeah.
are always two separate kind of people in it. if it's a Republican president, it'll be a Democratic House. If it's Democratic House, it'll be Republican.
Oh Lord.
So it seems to be right now a long way to go. And there are like around quite a lot of seats for majority part of the current 16 votes anyways. But as of now, counting all the states as of now, which have completed the voting, counting and everything, and reported stuff, 62 seats are going towards Republican and Democrats are 40. So
Yeah.
it's still early to guess anything. It's
Well-
too early. I understand it's too early. But still, like, as all these predicting the South Dakota is going to be Republican again.
Wyoming is going Republican.
Yeah.
North Dakota is going Republican. Kelly Armstrong is the person who is leading.
Yeah, you see a whole red wave for sure.
No, ultimately, this could just be the people who already have their seats. Overwhelming majority, right? So it's.
Well, okay, they still lead. They're still leading.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we still don't know. Even for the matter, in places like South Dakota, the Republican candidate is in lead, not decided as yet.
Well, the other thing that you need to know, Banjan, is that 334 seats.
Yeah.
No, remaining. That
Remaining,
need to be
remaining,
called right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
So you have, how much is that altogether?
So we only have around 100 seats counted, so 1/3 only.
Well, Democrats, see, you just need 218 seats to retain control of the House,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
And Democrats are expected to be keeping control of the House after capture 40 seats in the 2018 election, midterm election, right? Republicans are hoping to chip away at their current 35-seat disadvantage. So what is happening is Republicans right now have 52.2% of the seats in the House, with 62 Republicans being elected into office, and the Democrats have 46.5% with 39 Democratic representatives of House representatives that are being elected. So let's do that. So it's a tricky race, right? As in each state, you could have multiple people, multiple representatives, House reps from each state, because each of them have a specific congressional district to represent. So you will, if you look at the map, you'll see largely, North Dakota, South Dakota red, Wyoming red, and a part of, what is
Hey,
this?
we still have-
Oklahoma, part of it is, so
We're the part of this still. California, please wait. There's got to be a total actually take on. We have a very very huge influence in elections sometimes.
yeah.
So we don't underestimate California.
Yeah. Here's what's happening. The Fox News is predicting that the Democrats are going to keep control of the House.
Well, see,
I don't know yet, but the judge. So Biden is projected to win 7 states and DC. Trump is projected to win 7 states, including Florida, Texas, Ohio, and North Carolina. There are 2 call polls just closed in 9 more states, Banajan. So if you want to catch up on all these, you guys have to stay tuned here. Otherwise, we bring you as many updates as we can. The latest breaking news update in the presidential election is the fact that Joseph R. Biden won the District of Columbia. It was being called for him anyway, but currently it is being declared that he's a winner there. What else is the update? In national exit polls, Biden won. Apparently is winning most voters who went third party or didn't vote in 16. Had Hillary Clinton gotten those voters in those key states, she'd have won 4 years ago, according to exit polls at this point in time.
well, Bajan, right now the seats, the way it goes is of the 270 to win, Joe Biden has got 122 seats for himself. Trump has secured 92 seats for the presidential office. And let's see, Texas, the race is getting really neck to neck because as of now, the counting, Donald Trump is the lead by 0.1 percentage points. 0.1, 49.4, 49.3. You can see the screen right now there, Banja. That's what is the report right now of the 64 votes being counted. This is what's happening right now. It's a neck to neck race. Right now, it shows to be leaning towards Texas. We don't know. Florida already is taken by already has been taken by Trump, and now it's Texas up for grabs. Lippins, and the New Hampshire, it still has not been declared, but Joe Biden seems to be in the lead there. It's only 4 electoral votes, not much of an impact for such. But let's see what happens, Banjam, because as predicted, most of these states are giving out electoral votes the way they anticipate them to be given out. So let's see what happens with that one. And still, let me remind you, we still have a lot of places not voted. Nevada is not voted because they probably will go red. Right, Faltwani? I think California probably will go. Let's see. Again, we don't know. We still got to wait for the results of Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Arizona. So the polls haven't closed as yet over there. So we'll get more information. Also, don't forget Alaska. But Alaska also has a role to play in the whole elections part of it. So a lot of states still waiting. And I have no news from Iowa. Do you know who took Iowa?
No, as of now,
Yeah.
it doesn't say anything, but they're
don't know.
saying that Joe Biden is predicted to be with Colorado.
Wasn't Iowa one of those places which was to be a first start your campaign in first place?
Yeah.
Because they have supposed to have the most influence, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening there, but that's what we learned in our political science and everything. But right now things are changing. Thanks to Trump, we have a
Yeah.
political world out here.
Colorado is being predicted, like I said, for Donald Trump. Not Donald Trump. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Colorado is being projected as state for Joe Biden. And Alabama is being called for President Donald Trump. Connecticut, of course, is for Joe Biden again. In terms of, I was trying to see if we could get some updates about what the races, who are the contenders in California. Maybe we'll bring that up song, right?
After the song break for sure, and yes, we should start celebrating. No, Meenakshi ji, you gotta wait. She just posted on Facebook, we gotta celebrate for Democrats. Not yet, it's too early. It's too early to predict anything.
Yeah.
Anything can happen, so let's just wait it out, see what happens. Take a deep breath. Enjoy songs I'm gonna play for you guys. At the same time, between, I'm gonna give you all those, those pressurizing news. ऐसे tension भरत news आपके लिए आता है.
मांगे हैं
From the way, two states, President Shankar Sonlal composition, Amitabh Bhattacharya के lyrics,
गजरा साही
Arjit Singh voice.
रंग जाए तेरी कस्तूरी रैन जगाए मस्त मगन मन मगन बस तेरा नाम दोहराए मन मस्त मगन बस तेरा नाम दोहराए चाहे भी तो भूल न पाए मन मस्त मगन बस तेरा नाम दोहराए मन मस्त मगन तेरा नाम दोहराए
जोगिया जोग लगा के वखरा रोग लगा के इश्क की धूनी रोज जलाए उठता धुआं तो कैसे छुपाए
मन मस्त मगन बस तेरा नाम दोहराए मन मस्त मगन बस तेरा नाम दोहराए चाहे भी तो भूल न पाए मन मस्त मगन बस तेरा नाम दोहराए मन मस्त मगन तेरा नाम दोहराए ओढ़ के धानी प्रीत की चादर आया तेरे शहर में रांझा तेरा दुनिया जमाना झूठा फसाना जीने मरने का वादा सांचा मेरा
शीश महलना मुझको सुहाए
तुझ संग सूखी रोटी भाए मन मस्त मगन बस तेरा नाम दोहराए मन मस्त मगन बस तेरा नाम दोहराए चाहे भी तो भूल न पाए मन मस्त मगन तन मन मस्त मगन
And that was a song just to make sure we can cool off a little bit. Let's jump back into the presidential race. As you guys know, we talked about the elections right now. November 3rd is a big day for everybody here in America. We decide what's going to happen tomorrow, whether we're going to wake up to a new beginning. What is the thing? I forget. What is that thing? Was it called?
Is it going to be the on or new dawn?
Old Dawn or the New Dawn, DAW, and so we have Donald Trump and Joe Biden, main candidates for this particular presidential race. And let's take a look at what's happening with the House races, right? Let's talk about congressional, locally. Let's talk about locally, because it's also important for us to provide local information over here. In fact, they are Republicans trying to regain several seats they lost in 2018, actually. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi faces a challenge from her left party. Nancy Pelosi actually is against Shahid Buttigieg, right?
Yeah, Shahid. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
but as attorney and Democratic Socialist calls Pelosi insufficiently progressive, I suppose. And
Shahid Buttar. Buttar, I think.
And she also points out that she does not support Medicare for all or the Green New Deal. And Nancy Pelosi doesn't support these two things. But actually speaking, Nancy Pelosi has been very supportive of Akosia.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
AOC, because AOC is also pushing big time the deal.
Yeah.
Shahid, probably the new contender. It happened. Nancy Pelosi probably was one of the favorites of this place. She probably might regain. If at all she comes back this election, she's going to be running for the majority, is what she's saying. As a Speaker of the House, in other words, she would be definitely trying to run for Speaker of the House. And let's see the other parts of the thing. Senate District 11, State Senate.
That's the California legislature races.
Legislature races. We have Scott Wiener and Jackie Fielder, who actually are contending against each other. So if you want information about them, Scott Wiener is San Francisco Democrat. Several measures in the state and state sector would have made it easier to build multi-unit housing in more neighborhoods to combat the housing crisis. To his feather to his cap, in other words. Jackie Fielder is a first-time candidate. Says Wiener is too conservative for San Francisco and that his housing proposals are tailored mainly for real estate interests. That's what Jackie about Scott Wiener, and that's something which you got to keep in mind. Yes.
But one of the most watched races at state legislature level, Banjan, is Dave Cortese and Anil.
15, right?
District 15, which
Yeah.
covers Mental Santa Clara, where all of us are. And that has been, it has been apparently record amount of spending for this particular, the record amount of spending in the state of California, this particular seat. Ann Ravel is a Democrat who was named to the State Fair Political Practices Commission by Governor Jerry Brown, and then to the Federal Election Commission by President Barack Obama, and this is her first run for office. And Cortese is the longtime South Bay Democratic politician who has been a Santa Clara County Board of Supervisor for 2 years after serving 8 years on the San Jose City Council. And as both of them, I think they're contending for, is it Assembly Member Kansan Chu's seat,
Yes.
who termed out, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then of course oppositions are also on the ballot. Some key propositions, where 14 would refund the California Institute Regenerative Medicine, which is basically, it's a very controversial topic. The state stem cell agency, by allowing to issue about $5.5 in bonds for research, training, and facilities construction. And Proposition 15 is actually going to revise Proposition 13, property tax increases, by allowing for more frequent assessments of commercial properties.
And one more proposition which actually has got a lot of money pouring into it for advertising and everything is a two.
Correct.
You might have heard about this. You are one of the people who drive Uber, off the matter, who actually have driven an Uber as a user, kind of a thing. So you would know about this. The app also promoting it big time. In fact, Lyft, Uber, and other drive sharing companies actually have poured close to 50 million S422 ballot campaign. Many of them actually are saying no because they are not very happy with the way it's written up and everything. But it actually would exempt app-based drivers such as those who work for Uber, Lyft, and Dash for the matter. State law that classifies them as gig workers as employees. Right, so it's going to be, it would exempt them from being classified as employees. And that's something which the app wants to retain. Um, um, and of course, this will actually be something which will require them to give benefits to drivers with health benefits and everything. If that becomes law, if it gets passed. So we don't know how many people actually are taking taking an active role on the propositions part of it. There are also other propositions that are being proposed out here, especially in terms of the data privacy law that California passed in 2018. That is the Prop 24. If you want to get more information about that, you can actually Google it up also. It will prevent data privacy law from being weakened in legislature. So basically, it will be a stronger, supposedly control. I don't know who controls it. The big guys, the ones who control data.
Yeah.
And because they use it for their own gains and everything. And also the Proposition 2025, which is state legislation to replace bail with evaluation of defendant's safety or flight risk. Bail bond kind of a thing. That's Prop 25. There's a ton of other propositions which I can't talk about right now. But you know what time it is, Falguni?
Yeah, what time is it, Alto Baba?
The time... What?
No, I was just trying to give my...
Well, you're right. You're accurate. Time for us to go check out what's happening with the elections part. And a quick look at the presidential. I talk about the tally of the electoral college. We have Joe Biden leading at 131 and electoral votes on the vote, inching closer to the 270 mark, which he has to get. And Donald Trump is at 92 as of now, still not moved an inch from this particular point. So basically, the Colorado has got Biden, which was actually initially in doubt, right? So swung towards Biden, but he takes it 9 electoral votes over there. But only has reported 66 votes, so 60% were reporting. But they already have claimed. So once they claim it, will they revert it back if it goes back into the 40%?
What?
They seem to have already taken the... they have already counted 60% and they already have claimed it as Joe Biden's state.
Well, possibly because they're anticipating that...
The remaining 44% is going to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what we're getting as data, which we should tell you also that we're getting data sources for you guys from Reuters and also from Associated Press. All the data with you guys on screen right now on our Facebook page also is from these specific websites. So we're making sure that we're giving you the right information. And you guys don't, have to worry about the fact, oh my God, where's data coming from? And don't get worked up all these things. Who comes to the office? Let's all stay calm, right?
Okay, according to the New York Times, what I'm getting right now, Alto Baba, is that there is good news for that in the House, because the first has been flipped from a Republican seat. Typically, who are you, right? Who are the people who are running their seats in their respective states, right? The Democrats have gained 1 seat, which is, and of course, that in Colorado, I told you, right? John Hickenlooper, Democratic, he was actually the governor. Remember he ran for president? Well, John Hickenlooper has won the Senate seat from Colorado as well. Democrats right now have 40 seats that they have in the House, which one is a flipped seat. I'm trying to figure out which seat that is. And Republicans, of course, have 70 seats. And Republicans, well, Banajan, is one important thing that you need to remember. Remember we talked about Madison Cawthorn? Okay, Madison Cawthorn will be among the youngest lawmakers in modern history of Congress. People said AOC was the youngest. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at 28. This guy is 20 years old, white male from North Carolina. And he will be the first member of Congress to have been born in the 1990s.
Ooh.
Yes. And I'll tell you that some news that's coming out with regard to Ohio is is the fact that Mayor Nan Whaley of Dayton, Ohio says Biden's lead right now in Montgomery County is encouraging. The question of the night, will the suburban ladies rule? Is the question. For President Trump, not so great news. For Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell and everybody who called her and that she came from a S-hole country, that she needs to go back to where she came from. Ilhan Omar, Democrat, wins re-election in Minnesota's 5th congressional district. Sweet redemption, isn't it?
That's true.
So she wins re-election. I told you, John Hickenlooper, a Democrat, wins the U.S. Senate seat in Colorado. And in Wisconsin, is reporting results more quickly since the city clerk there shipped absentee ballots to be at precincts where voters live, easing the bottleneck apparently. So Wisconsin's also coming out. Some of Wisconsin's biggest cities, Milwaukee and Green Bay, will be very late in results tonight, in part, but all count all the early ballots supposedly separately counted together. So that's something that's also an update. That's from the congressional, the House side. Republicans, okay, the numbers have started to pour in. Republicans have 75 seats in the House, and Democrats now have 47 seats in the House with one flip seat.
What about Senate right now, Bajan? Senate races, I think it's again pretty close. Republicans have 38 seats and Democrats have 41 seats. Still states to be counted. Still progress. California still not closed its voting polling stations, in other words. So we're still going on, and we have some places. Colorado already has gone. John Hickenlooper,
I already told you.
I talked about it.
Yeah.
And also we have New Mexico. We'll go Democratic. We don't know. It's still in the lead. Texas still a big mark because Texas race, if you look at it, will take it because it's almost a 7% lead with Mary Hagar in Texas. From that, Banjan, 41 seats for the 51 majority, which Democrats require to control the Senate. We'll see what happens if at all House is Democratic. I'd be interested to note. I don't know. Very nice situation where we have the House, we have the Senate, we also have the President Democratic.
That would be history. But then the Supreme Court will be completely conservative.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's when Akashia's prediction or Akashia's advice of actually increasing. It's not her advice. They actually all the political gurus saying
It only
that.
makes sense. You know, I was
Then
reading about this election. Go ahead. What was the prediction?
So her prediction was increase number of for the Supreme Court. Why 9?
Yeah.
Make it 15.
Yeah.
Make it odd number. We get more people into the. Why not?
Why not?
Get more diversity in it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
High time.
Exactly.
That'd be good. That's something everybody's talking. All the political gurus have been talking about, saying that if it all happens that way, where one particular party does, but people still calls the election of Amy Coney Barrett as an illegitimate Supreme Court judge. He calls her.
Yeah, of course.
She outright says it. She says it's an illegitimate Supreme Court
Yeah,
thing,
it was-
and
it
she
was-
claimed that if at all she comes back to the House,
Yeah.
rather we get the House,
Huh.
she says that they're going to impeach
Huh.
the judge and get her out of the place.
Oh wow.
She said that already. She's gone on record on that.
Oh wow.
So if at all we get the Senate and we get the House, whatever it is, we're gonna be, or rather the Democrats come into power, probably they're going to this particular judge and getting her fired.
Well, either ways, Banjan, let's not about that right now. Let's just focus on what's going on with regard to this. Alto, you should know what's happening in the White House right now.
Please tell me, more walls?
Guests are gathered, they're eating sliders, fries, hors
Aw.
d'oeuvres, and apparently the screens are all tuned to, wait for it,
What?
Fox News. And also spotted at the White House are Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin,
A very
Robert
strong feeling. All his
Lichthizer.
I think all his cronies are going to be in the White House.
Yeah.
With luggage for a couple of days.
Because everybody is going to be under attack apparently.
No, he's going to seal it up, dude.
Yeah.
He's going to seal it. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay here. It's my house, White House, Trump house.
No, you can't do anything to me because I am the president and I will always remain the president of the United States of America. And that is the scary part. He will say next that, okay, happy with me? Okay, you're one of my children, not Eric. I'm not sure about that, but
Maybe Ivanka or Jared. Jared is the awesome guy.
not Jared. He won't go. That he won't.
Oh, why? Because
Oh,
he's Jew.
he will not.
Because he's Jew?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm not saying that, but he will not.
But he was
He will
instrumental.
not.
He
He'll
was
put his
instrumental.
daughter. His daughter was token WASP. You know what I mean?
My goodness, you're so mean.
Yeah. Those of you who don't know what a WASP stands for, go Google it. It's white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, Bandajan.
All right, so we come into the close states right now, Bajan. We're almost close of our hour now, and second hour actually.
Yeah.
And let's do a final roundup. How about we start with the House reverse? We go reverse. How about that? We go reverse and see what's happening with the House. As of now, the most recent updates, what we have for you guys from Associated Press and also from Reuters, is the fact that Democrats are way behind the House. The Republicans seem to have 76 votes, or rather 76 seats of the 218 they require for majority.
Yeah.
And still pending. The whole entire West Coast is pending for votes. The hope is still there. They still have to get a lot of votes. Almost like 318 votes have to be counted, have to be filled.
310
310 seats need to be filled, right? That's the update on the House part of it. Anything you have, Valerie?
We have 49 Democrats who have, retained, actually got their seats in the Congressional House, including Ilmar, who won re-election, and one Democrat has flipped the race, in the sense that they have actually won a seat Republican and also in the Senate, the Democrats again have flipped one seat. John Hickenlooper unseats Cory Gardner, Senator Cory Gardner, who was the Republican holding that particular seat. So that's
Yeah, and there's something which you should note is they're required to have 51 seats of majority in the Senate. As of now, Democrats have 41 seats.
yes.
Republicans are climbing really close, 38 seats, and other parties have 2 seats. So that other parties probably will have a swing thing anyways, but I think 50 have to have a majority to control the House. What happens there? Texas still up in, is still not being decided. It's still leaning towards red, actually.
Okay, so let me tell you about the presidential electoral votes, Panjan, for the presidential election. 131 electoral votes are being called for Joseph R. Biden and 92 for Donald J. Trump. Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Luna, Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, and South Carolina all been called for Donald Trump. Colorado, New Mexico, Illinois, Virginia, New York, Connecticut, D.C., Massachusetts have all been, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland have all been called for the Vice President, Joe Biden, and it is a neck-to-neck race even now in Florida. Up folks in Texas right now with 76% of the votes in. Donald Trump is leading with 50.3% of the votes, with Biden closely behind him at 48.3%. In Kansas, Donald Trump is leading by 51.2% of the vote. In Minnesota, Joe Biden leads with 66.1% of the vote. In Wisconsin, Joe Biden leads with 50.1% of the vote. Ohio, Joe Biden leads with 49.5% of the vote. In Pennsylvania, Joe Biden leads with 50% of the votes. And in Missouri, Donald leads with 52% of the vote. So these have not been yet still. In Georgia, Donald Trump is leading with a significant, which is 56.8% vote.
We'll get you more information as we get into this election, Balajan. Tomorrow morning is going to be a fresh day. If you guys want to just give up and say, just turn TV and go sleep right now, go do it. Get some good rest. And tomorrow morning is going to be a fresh day anyways. Whether it's Joe or whether it's going to be Don. Don, you worry.
Exactly. Remember, Banjan, civic engagement is not a one-time thing.
Yeah.
It does not end if you voted. If you have not registered to vote, if you don't have a ballot, who cares? Go out. You still have time. You have time. Another
if you
hour.
don't have a ballot, you get a provisional ballot. That's what I should tell you. If you're not voting, I don't have a ballot, I don't know what to do. Go there. They ask you your information. You got to give your identification, and they'll give you a provisional ballot. They have to, by law, give you a provisional ballot, which I count also, but you'll count the time. Go check it out at your nearest polling stations for sure. Information available on our website, mediamemo.com, and also on our Facebook page. You can find your nearest polling station.
Right. And that's all we have for you on tonight's Pam Pam with the Jan. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Happy or determined tomorrow, right here on Good Morning Bay. Till then, have yourselves a phenomenal rest of the evening. And don't worry too much about what's happening with the elections, because this is an ongoing process. If you've started engaging in civically, then
That's a good
keep
start.
it going. That's a good start. It's up to us to our democracy, not anybody else, not a Donald Trump, not the Mitch McConnell, not Nancy Pelosi. It's up to all of us. So go out there and vote and have yourselves a phenomenal evening. Good night, Shabak Khair, and a pyar bhara. Mwah.